we should be started. Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akim, Shalom.
Let's see when no matter come. Okay, yep, there you go.
Yep, we good to go?
Yep.
Con. Go ahead, Doc.
All right. Shalom. We want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, Brakatham.
Bashim Kakwadash, yeah, Bashim Yashab, Bashim Kakwadash, Shalom, Shalom, Akim.
We want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone that rule very well, and a salute and the shalom to all the Akim that are out here laboring, pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. The title of it is "You Can't Fight the Truth." All right, you can't fight the truth, and why you can't fight it? Because your arms are too short to box Yahweh, man. Okay, this is the counsel of Yahweh, man. Right? This is not the counsel of men, man. All right, man. So this truth is always strong, man. It can't be stopped. It won't be stopped.
This is 1 Thessalonians 2 and verse 13. And it says, all right, let's start at 12. And it says that it says that ye would walk worthy of Yahweh, who have called you unto his kingdom in glory, right?
Yep.
Verse 13. For this cause also thank we the Most High without ceasing, because it says, when ye received the word of the Most High, which ye heard of us, ye received it not as the word of men, but as in Salakia, as it in truth, the word of the Most High, which effectually worketh also in you that believe it. So
Right,
when
man.
you heard it and you received it, they didn't receive it, man.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
They didn't hear that word behind them saying, "This is the way, walk ye in it."
All
right, man. Now, of course, we heard man, what man speaking it. All right, man. But they were speaking. All right, man. But Yahweh Shah was speaking through those men, man. All right. So they weren't just speaking and just coming out with their own thing, man. They were speaking the words of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Right, man. And the truth, man, this truth, man, it basically, man, Yahweh Shah basically gave the increase, man.
Yep. And it says, let's go back to this. And it says, this is 1 Thessalonians 2 and verse, say, 13. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 13. It says, but ye are bound to give thanks always to Yahweh for you. It says, for we are bound to give thanks always to Yahweh for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because ye have from the beginning, it says, because Yahweh have from the beginning chosen you. Beginning of what? The beginning of the earth, before the earth was formed, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know reincarnation, because the beginning of what? It wasn't the beginning of the so-called lifetime, because they didn't receive the promise that the Lord was promising with salvation, which comes through Yahweh Shai. So those men didn't receive that promise. When are they going to receive that promise? Is the time now.
Right.
And it says, but we are bound to give thanks always to Yahweh for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because Yahweh has from the beginning chosen you to salvation. See, salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. So that's how we're gonna receive this salvation, is through the belief of the truth. So if you don't believe this truth, then you're in the danger zone, man. Because that's why what happens when guys fall out. They stop believing on the truth. They stop believing in what they learned. That's why they go back to go back into the world. You know, if they didn't have tattoos in the truth, they went and they go get tattoos. You know, it's one thing if you have them and you know what I'm saying, you came out the world, but one thing you leave the truth and then you go get them.
Right.
That's saying you don't believe the truth no more. And then they
Right.
stay in Babylon, so they don't even believe that the nuclear war's coming because they stay in Babylon.
Right.
If somebody tells you a ship is gonna sink and you take it out to the damn lake, who you gonna blame when it sinks?
Right. Because you can't blame nobody but yourself because you didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
So hey man, the 2/3 they didn't receive it, man. They didn't receive it, and when they came in, or when they came in, they what man? They left because they couldn't take the hell, man. Man up, man. Man up.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous, man. Man, Jake is so weak, man.
Because Jake don't know. Jake, man, the fight is out of this dog, man. That's why,
Yep.
man. That's why it was perfect when the Lord described it as a crouching lion, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, likened unto a crouching lion. A crouching lion is that's a lion without no fight in it, man. That's a lion without no fight in it.
Right.
So you seen the results of it now. That's why Jake don't want to fight. Jake don't want to do. Jake wanted Esau to make it. You know, Jake wants the other nations to come with him. So you see, so that's the result of a lion without no fight, man. All
Right.
right,
Oh, real quick,
you got it, bro.
yeah, got some real quick. Um, real quick. See, it should be it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is Proverbs 5 and um. Okay. Yeah, Proverbs 5:17. It says, "Let them." Well, I'll start at at 15. It says, "Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad,
Mm-hmm.
and rivers of waters in the streets.
In the
Let
where?
them kind of and rivers of waters in the streets."
That's why it says, "Let thy light shine before men." Where at
Right.
in the streets? Go out
Yep.
into the highways and the hedges, in the agora, the marketplace, man.
Uh,
You know, it says, let the water flow in the streets. Just like when you dump out a or fire, you know, when Jake used to play the fire hydrant, you know, it'll gush
mm-hmm.
out and it'll just go on the streets. It'll just, it'll flow down the streets. That's how this truth is likened unto, man. And it's
Con.
flowing in the streets. And it's now coming like a flood, man, because you got brothers out there and the truth is just out there flooding this place, man.
Yep.
Drama included, because we learned that lesson, man. Drama brings attention. That's why the Lord has these scoffers, man. That's why this Lord said in the last days there shall come scoffers, man.
Yep.
Because the scoffers bring attention. You said it earlier. You said, look, they ain't doing nothing but shining light on the truth. That's it.
Right.
They're not beating the truth. That's why I said you can't fight the truth. You cannot fight it, man. There's no
Con.
way you can fight this truth, but you're just gonna fight an immovable object. That's like
Right.
trying to punch. That's like trying to box a moving train, man.
You can't do that. You can't do that because the train is bigger and powerful than you are.
Hmm. Huh.
Right, man? So vocab, listen, man. This truth is bigger and more powerful than you, man. Okay? You say, let thy fountains be no, so like it. Verse 17, let them be only thine own and not strangers with thee. So this truth is only for Israel, man. The strangers, the heathen, they can't get this, man. It's not for them. All right. Now, when Jake came in the truth, man, and they left, they couldn't make it through the spiritual recovery, man, because they was on a road to spiritual recovery, and their body started having withdrawals, man, and they relapsed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, man. They relapsed. They didn't take the advice, such as they didn't hearken unto wise counsel, such as having faith and praying, man. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
See.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
All right. And it says, whereunto he called you by our gospel. It says, by you, Salakia, whereunto he called you by our gospel to the obtaining of the glory of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So the gospel, the good news is what's calling the elect. That's what's calling the elect into the understanding in the gospel. And you have to believe on that gospel because it is good news. What we saying, like the elder was saying in the video, if you go back and watch this video, all right, if you go back and watch this video with this character, all right, no class. Okay, when you watch the video, you can clearly see that he's getting convicted, man. Like the blows are landing so drastically. You know when you see a fight and you tell that the other person was hit hard, man. Like it was such a clean punch, you know. It was a clean punch. There was no stopping it. He had his full body into it. The clean punch, man. That's what you seeing took place. The vocab, man, was clean 1-2s, man. They were hitting so hard, man. He couldn't naysay. He couldn't naysay, man.
Nope.
He couldn't do nothing but just look and be dumbfounded at them dancing in the scriptures, man, going into it because we are singing that song, man.
Right.
You know, we are singing a song. That's what sounds is compared unto, and it's nothing like when Jake tried to sing that Twister song when it's way too fast, but you got certain people they can mock it, you know.
Right.
This song is a technical song, man.
Yep.
He's coming with that Christianity, that packaged up, freeze dry MRE Christianity, man.
Right. Because what he don't understand is that this song is a song of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't have it. He don't have it because number one, he's an Edomite, and number two, the wicked won't understand anyway.
Exactly. That's why it's coming with that madness, that old packaged up Christianity that used to work. It don't got no power no more.
Right.
That's a dead light bulb, man.
But the thing is though, he mentioned what Paul said to King Agrippa, and then he said the vocab said that King Agrippa is an Edomite. Hold on, what? But he said that the Edomites, they were done away with.
Exactly. Where King Agrippa come from?
Right. So he's double-minded, man. He's unstable, which he don't even understand why Paul said that, man.
Yeah,
man. Paul was on the trial of his life, man. So he gave what, man? A soft answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because Paul knew that he still had to do the work, man.
He had to tread softly.
Right.
That's why
Exactly.
you gotta learn how to fight in this thing, man. It's not about being like even right all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes playing the low, taking the low, man. Taking the low is a good way to be, man.
Right.
You know, taking the low, and that's what we're doing. We're pushing this. With this truth is being pushed to a high level now because it's taken the low for a long time. Where it says in Apocrypha, where it says the truth that has been so long without fruit shall be declared, man.
Right.
It's being declared right now, and they don't they're trying to stop a flower from blossoming, man. You know how ignorant that sounds? You trying to
Yeah.
stop you trying to stop a flower from blossoming, a tree from growing, a plant from blooming, a fruit from bud. You know what I'm saying? A ripening. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's meant to be, man. We are meant to
Oh.
be. It's inevitable, man. It was already written that we were gonna fall asleep. We're gonna go into captivity. We're gonna sleep in the dust, and then we're gonna get up and we're gonna brush ourselves off, and we're gonna be the glorious people that the earth has never seen before, man. They've read about it. They've wanted it. They've all wanted that promise, and
Right.
they've been doing it carnally and thinking, "Oh yeah, this must be it." No, man.
Con. Oh, I got the definition for the word declared.
Yeah, go ahead, I.
It says to make known formally, officially, or explicitly, publicly. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on. It say you jump on down. It says advertise, announce, broadcast.
Mm. So this truth is being broadcasted. That's why. And when brothers go live, just like we're doing now, we're going live. What are we doing? We're broadcasting a signal.
Right.
We're broadcasting the truth. When you do a sit down, you're broadcasting the truth. Okay.
Right.
So let's look up with the word just real quick.
Yeah. And what we're saying is is we bring good tidings of good things. We're bringing good news. This is what you need. We're saying extra extra. Read all about it.
Uh, this is the word for broadcast. Transmit a program or something or some information by radio or television.
Now, YouTube is a television. Yeah.
Wow, check this out. Wow. Hey, man, check this out. The word broadcast, you know what another definition of it means?
What?
It means to scatter seeds by hand or machine.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
so
So
the word broadcast, when you broadcast a signal, means to scatter seed.
yeah.
So,
So so
you know
so
it's
what are we doing, man? We are casting seed out there, man.
you know what should come to your
All
mind.
right.
You know what should
Yeah.
come to your mind.
Yeah. Hold on
So
real
this
quick.
when we broadcast our signal, when we do these live streams, that's a form of us what throwing out seed, right?
Yep.
Watch this. There should be a few precepts. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead whenever you got it.
Okay. Hold on real quick. Uh
Get that math. You started Matthew 13. I'll get Matthew 13 real quick.
okay. Okay. I got Mark 4.
Okay, Colin, go ahead.
This is Mark 4 and 16 says, oh well, verse 5. It says, kind of says, yeah, it says, well, verse 3. hearken, behold, there went out a sword to sow. And it came to pass, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside.
A little louder.
Okay, kind of. It says,
Let me see if I
hearken,
can turn
behold.
this. Okay, let me see if I can turn it up. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, hearken, behold, there went out a sword to sow, and it came to pass, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came and devoured it up. Some
So
fell
it
on
says a
stony ground.
sower. It says a sower. So we be likened unto those sowers, man.
Yep.
When we go out to the field, and the field is likened unto the people, you know, it's likened just like the waters, the many waters, it's likened unto the people and the waters. So the same thing, we're sowers, and we what are broadcasting, we're scattering seed. Read it again.
Gone. It says, it says, hearken, behold, there went out a sword to sow, and it came to pass, as he
Mm-hmm.
sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air devoured it up.
So that should some fell by the wayside. That means that you might have people to watch your videos. You might have people that don't watch the video. You might have
Right.
people that get it. You got people that don't get it. That's the same. That's the same parable. And it's so spiritual that's why the Lord put the spirit on Esau to make it what when he said when we send out a signal that we're broadcasting, meaning what? We're scattering seed.
Right. Mm. It says, and some fell on stony ground where it had not much earth, and it immediately it sprung up because it had no depth of earth.
See, that means just like a guy that just stumbles on a video, or if he comes in the truth, he don't got no foundation. There's no rooted. It don't take no root. That's the same thing with the videos, man. When it's cast out there, you hear it. Some people they might
Yep.
watch a couple videos. They'll say, "Hey, yeah, Shalom, Hakim," or "Hey, good job, brother," and then next thing you know, they don't do nothing with it.
Right.
They don't do nothing with they don't they don't do that no more. It starts becoming boring to them.
Right.
They get like it says they don't feel it no more.
Con. It says verse 6. But when the sun was up, it was scorched because it had not root in it. So like it says because it had no root, it withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Said, and other fell on good ground and did yield fruit that sprang up and increased.
Just like you see what the apostles and elders, they went out there as the sowers and they threw out the broadcast. Okay, they
Yep.
broadcasted out the signal, out the seed. Okay, and then they what? It fell on good ground. That's the brothers and the men out there on the four corners of the planet Earth. That's out there pushing and laboring, man. That's the seed
Con.
growing in us, man. That's why they're trying to stop this vocab, all these other guys. They see the growth. You can't stop a tree from growing. You can't stop. That's like saying the sun is gonna get up at what? What I think it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun gonna get up.
Yep.
It don't matter how much you bitch, you moan, you try, you shoot stuff. You can't stop the sun from coming up, man.
Right. Exactly.
Is that it on that?
Just a couple more. It
All right,
says,
Tom.
and did yield fruit that sprang up and increased and brought forth some 30, some 60, and some 100-fold.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's it though.
All right, Con. Let me get this for you. This is Matthew 10 and verse 20. And it says, "For it is not ye." Let me go up. Let's start at 19. It says, "But when they deliver you up, take no thought what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour that what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you."
Right.
So you're
Yeah.
seeing it now with the men out there on the corner. It's the Spirit that's speaking. Go ahead, Doc.
Con. And basically the Ruach Kodesh basically gave gave the Apostle Paul what to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, Yahweh Shah gave the Apostle Paul what to say to King Agrippa, man. It's not difficult, man. All right, man. Paul, he used what? Wisdom. Just like Abraham did, just like David did.
No, be wise as a serpent.
Right.
This is Acts 2:4. It says, and when they were all filled with the Holy Ghost and began to speak with other tongues, as the Spirit gave them utterance.
See?
See?
So come on, man. Man, the scriptures don't contradict themselves, man. Paul knew about the Edomites, man. He knew King Agrippa was one. He knew that Edom was going into slavery because he wrote what? Because Paul wrote Romans 9 and 13. Then he wrote Hebrews 12 and 16 to 17, man. So he wouldn't. So Paul would not be double-minded, man. That don't make no sense. That sounds stupid, man.
But that's the way of the world, though, man. You know?
Oh,
that's the way of the world, man. And it says, and they were fit. And no, that's it on that. It's pointing out the fact that the Holy Spirit is what puts the spirit on what men to do back then, just like they're doing now. The understanding of the mark of the beast was given to us by the Spirit.
Right.
It wasn't something that we thought of and we just dug up somewhere. Oh, this sounds good. Let's make this fit this. No. You know, it fits too perfectly. That's why it says also what? The sheep know my voice and they hear me. So you gotta have being in tune with the Spirit.
I got some real quick.
Go ahead.
Because you said that because the name is you can't fight the truth, right?
Yeah, come.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 55. Verse 11, and it says, so shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
And void means empty.
Right.
It's not going to be blank, empty statement.
Right.
Like Esau ruling the world is an empty statement. That's a void statement. Him so-called getting this new world order, that's a void dream. Okay?
Say, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
That means it's not just gonna go out. That means it's gonna gain interest.
Right. Clout.
We got clout. Man, that's the real. This is clout right here, man.
Yeah.
This is real stripes, man.
Right.
The Lord's words have earned stripes by way of prophecy, man. Because everything that he said has come what? To pass.
Right.
So his words have gained clout, man. So the Lord made men write down. You know how, man, you got to be a man. That's bad to the gristle now you think about it. The Most High literally made men that didn't have the technology at that era and time describe something that was getting ready to be put into actual existence thousands of years ahead of the time of even it happening. You know how bad, do you know how gristle you have to be able to do such, have that feat be done on the levels of understanding you have to have, man, to be able to make a man, just to make it happen alone is something. Just to make a man describe it in a way that it can be harnessed for thousands of years to come on top of language changes and different, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I got this real quick too. Now, now everything that the word says is going to happen is going to happen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Esau is going to get his punishment. All right. The other heathen nations, they will go into slavery. Esau will go into slavery right along with them. All right. And Esau will be destroyed, will be taken out by fire after his 1,000 years. It's in the scriptures. Now, this is Numbers 23 and 19. It says, Yahweh is not a man that he shall lie,
Mm-hmm.
neither the son of man that he shall repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it?
Mm-hmm.
Or hath he spoken, shall he not make it good? So everything that the everything that the word says is going to happen is going to happen, man. All right, man. Um, Yahweh, he don't lie, man.
No.
Okay. He said that we will be delivered. We're going to be delivered, man.
Yeah.
Okay. He said that we will be above these nations. It's going to happen. All right. And he said that he will destroy America with fire. That's going to happen.
It was already set to destroy when it was turned from Pangea. That's
Exactly.
how the Most High separated. He separated Babylon off to the corner, man.
Yep.
He pushed it off to a corner. He's already set to destroy. It was already set to destroy back then. Just
Oh,
like now, if you talk to Jake, you'd be like, look, man, even Walmart was meant to be. Because
right.
how it says that the nations would be rich off of what? The goods and the products.
Mm-hmm.
What's the main entity that pushes the products in America, man?
Oh, well, America was, it was destined to be destroyed even before the world
Exactly.
was, man. So, I mean, hey,
Exactly. So Walmart, all this was meant to be. It was down to the fine minute
right.
from every from the Cocoa Puffs. All that was more the most high orchestrated everything, man, down to the last midget. Once you start understand, that's why it says omnipotent, man, omnipresent,
Right.
omnipresent, everything, man. Everything got the most high's fingerprints in it, man. That's what you understand, and you see. Look, these scoffers are meant to be here because the truth is meant to be on the forefront.
Right.
If we didn't have any scoffers and the truth was just chilling, Jake has a short attention span.
Yeah.
So the Most High keeps these scoffers coming like Post Malone's and I said Post Malone, the vocab Malone's. They're none but fillers, man. That's all they are. They none but fillers. You just another. It's an in between here and there. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
We just waiting on the next thing because look, we ain't got time for. We won't need no scoffers in the kingdom. We won't have. We will be empowered. I mean, people talk about the elites, but really, if you ain't doing something that is really damaging these elites on a carnal level in the world because they'll deal with you, man.
Right.
They have the power right now. They have the power. You don't see these Rothschilds running around with a sea of bodyguards, man.
Right.
David D. Rothschild on a yacht somewhere chilling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, this is Ezekiel 3 and verse 1. I started 3, and it says, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel.
And that's what we're doing. We're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We have been sent into the house of Israel. All right. Now, we're sent into the house of Israel, a rebellious nation, man. A nation that's hard headed. Right? They are brutish, man. They don't want to hearken. Now, But what's going to happen to the ones that don't listen? They're going to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Right, man? Since they didn't choose the fear of Yahweh or Yahweh Shah, they're going to be destroyed. Right? And they can't say that they didn't know when they did know, because they was out in public and they heard the truth, but they didn't like it. Why? Because it was coming out too harsh.
Yeah. Or they were just being simple, man.
Right.
You know, look at anybody that has the audacity to be like, "Oh, you guys are so rough. You're so rough." You're in a society that professionalizes it in horror movies and snuff shit. Look at all the damn the $1 million box office hits action movies. Look at John Wick. He's shooting 50,000 people in the face, and that can
Right.
sell out here. So violence sells in this society.
Right. Yeah.
So apparently that soft stuff is not what this society feeds off of. Okay?
Right.
It's not what it goes off of. That's why movies with action and fighting is such a high grossing genre in this society, because violence breeds in this society, man. So that's people trying to what are they trying to say? They're trying to say, oh yeah, y'all are too tough or rough, man. We're in a society where violence is key, man.
Yeah. Because Stephen King have made shit, man, man, a lot of movies. Now, all of his movies was filled with what? With gore, blood, and all that, man.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see the men of Yahweh Yahweh Shai out here on the streets, right? Um, Lifting our voice like a trumpet, you people have an issue with it. Like, calm down. No, we're not going to calm down, man. Stop being a pussy.
No, man.
Simple as that, man. Stop being a pussy, man.
Hey, this is from GMS Spiritual Malak. It says 1 Corinthians 9:9. It says, "For it is written in the law of Moses, thou shalt not muzzle the mouth of an ox that treadeth out the corn. Doth Yahweh take care of oxen?" Verse 10. Or saith he altogether for our sakes, no doubt, this is written, that he that ploweth should plow in hope, and he that thresheth should be partakers of this hope. So the worker,
See?
man.
Yep.
So, go ahead, bro.
Right, man. So we're supposed to what, man? We are supposed to plow with hope, man. Right, man.
Yep.
Do it with faith, man. Bottom line, man. Do it with a purpose, man. Don't just do it just be doing it, man. Do it with a purpose, man.
Yep. Do it like you mean it, man. You know what I'm saying? And like it says, you ain't gonna be gun ho. Just like in any sport, you can't go and run 100. You can't go running 100 miles off the gate. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a pace race. Sometimes in a race, you get down where you gotta conserve strength, man. You know, so we gotta have the mentality to say, what this right here, man. We that's why prayer and hope is such strong. That's why it's a beautiful precept. It says what? Plow it with hope, man. Tread
Yep.
it with hope. You know what I'm saying? Plow with hope. Put down in hope. You gotta have hope, man. Hope and faith breed the same, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You hope on something that you can't see. That's what? That's faith.
God.
So that's the same thing we gotta have, man. Don't let none of these other groups, these other guys, shake your faith, because it's not meant. This faith, faith is with us, man. Okay, faith in wisdom and truth is resting with us. We don't need tanks. We don't need weaponry, man. We have the greatest weapons that was ever created, man.
Yep. And that's the word.
What made a missile? Wisdom.
Yep.
What put down a tank? Wisdom. How many inventors put faith in their so-called inventions that it would change the world, man?
Right.
Faith is a powerful weapon, man, that we have unlimited access to through the power of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. As the Most High will give, man. Because faith is a dangerous weapon, man. It's
Oh
more
yeah.
dangerous than nukes, man.
Yeah.
It's a billion times more dangerous than nukes, man.
Right. Because you can't see faith, but you can't see nukes.
Yeah. You can sneak. You can we can sneak. You can't pat down for faith.
No. Uh-uh.
Hey brother, let me check them jeans for faith. You know, you can't do that, man. Faith is something that's given, man. Something that's within us. That's why Esau, he can't take this, man. The Most High activated his weapon. Ooh wee. The Most High has activated his spiritual weapons, man. That's why it says, did it not say, "Thou art my weapon, my battle axe, my weapons of war"?
Yep.
We've been activated, man. And
Yep.
Esau's aware of it, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because man, what Jake don't realize, man, is that when we have basically taken our nationality back, our book back, our heritage back, they don't know that made Esau mad. That's why he's coming up. That's why he's sending all these agents against us, because the brother from I forgot what camp he's from, but Mysteries of the Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
That brother said that when you take back your nationality, when you say that you're an Israelite, you have basically waged war against Esau.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course Esau knows who we are. He just don't want us to know that. Now that's why Esau is mad. That's why Esau is mad, man. Okay? That's why he's pissed off. But Esau can get mad all he want, man. It don't matter. It's not gonna stop nothing. Right, man? Just like man, just like when Esau tries to fight against Yahweh Shah and the angels, man. America gonna still be destroyed anyway.
Hey, you ready for this?
God.
Check this out. And the brother made a point too. He says the Most High gave men faith. How can they know themselves if the Most High don't give men faith? And this is Merriam-Webster dictionary. It says declaration of war.
Yep.
Definition of declaration of war: a formal announcement by a sovereign or state of the beginning of hostile against another. But we're not being, because we're announcing who's being. Yeah, it really, if you think about it, it's not us. Yahweh Shem Shah has declared war on Esau, man.
Exactly.
The Lord has been, and He has chosen us to proclaim this war. You know, just like you seen in 300, where you had the dude bring the skulls of the kings.
Yep.
And he sent out emissary. He sent out a messenger, man. What aren't prophets known as messengers, seers?
Yep.
Those are the ones that the Lord sent out his prophets before he comes, before he sends his son. And then Yahweh Shai is a man of war, man.
Yep. I got some real quick. Now, this is Ezekiel 35.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith Yahweh power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate." All right. So Ezekiel prophesied against Mount Seir and said, Yahweh is against you, man. Right? He prophesied against Esau Edom, man. Okay? Saying, Yahweh is against you. He will make thee most desolate. Right? That's Yahweh declaring war on Esau, man.
Jump to Jeremiah 28:7, or start at Jeremiah 28 and start at 6, or start at 7. Start at 7.
This is Jeremiah 28:7. It says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And evil is bad times.
Right. Right, man. So we're doing what the prophets did, man. Ain't nothing changed, man. We're doing what the prophets did.
Yeah.
And the prophets weren't like, man. All right, man. Jeremiah, man. Man, Israel did not like what Jeremiah was saying, man. They didn't want to hear it.
No. The men that put the death oath on Paul, they wouldn't eat till they killed him.
Right.
At the end of the day, you don't have to like the news. That's why people would be like, is it good news or is it bad news? Because news goes whichever way, you know, but that's why this news is good unto us. That's why we read back in where it says it believeth upon the truth. So the ones that believe upon this truth and keep this truth to the very end, hey man, that's the lot, man. That's our lot. That's the lot we hope for. That's the lot we want to attain, man. All right. We're in a time we only do these things to uplift brothers into strength and faith. That's it. We ain't worried about these people believe or not, man. We beyond that time, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead, Doc. And then we'll close on when you get done.
This is Isaiah 61:1. It says, the spirit of Yahweh is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
So bind up. So that means the Most High sent us to tie things up, man.
Yep.
Tie up the breaches thereof with the understanding, by way of the understanding He's given us. You know, that's what ties. That's what's binding Jake up, man. Jake is being bound by this word. This word is the real lasso. This word is the real lasso of truth.
Right.
It's binding up Jake, man. It's putting. That's why you see in camps. You see what? You see men. You see men standing next to each other from all tribes, man.
Right.
Okay. That's the Most High binding us up. He's fixing the remnant, man.
It says to proclaim liberty to the captives.
He said, "Look, you're free. You're free." The Lord's saying, "Look, I'm freeing you, man. I'm freeing you." That's what the Lord's been trying to tell Jake. That's why our identity is a form of freedom, man.
Yeah.
Why did they put shackles on the slaves? Because their mentality was too free. They had to close. Their mentality was so free and so what is it called? Invigorated, that they needed chains on them.
Yeah.
So the scary thing is when they take the chains off, that means your spirit is broken. That means your spirit in yourself is not invigorated no more, man, because you don't have knowledge of self. Them Jakes that came over here in West Africa, man, they fought, man, because they said, nah, we ain't gonna be no slaves. We ain't no slaves, because that was in their history, man. So they knew about it.
Yep. Say, in the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. All right, man. So this is good news, man. All right, it's good news, man. Good tidings, man. If you want Israel, if you want to be freed, man, then take back your identity, man. Take back your heritage, man. If you want to be freed. If you don't, then hey, then to hell with you, man.
Yep. Hey, this is a precept. We're gonna close on this one, bro. You ready?
Yep.
This is Isaiah 51 and 14. It says, "The captive exile hastened that he may be loosed,
Mm.
and that he should not die in the pit,
See,
nor that his bread should fail."
see, man. So we are anxious to be freed, to be loosed from this captivity, man, and from the hands of our enemies, man. We want that, man. We want to be freed, man. That's why we are not giving Yahweh Yahushua no rest. Period, man. Blow you the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh,
Mm,
for it is nigh at hand.
mm.
Exactly.
That's it. That's it.
Mm.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's we're in that table, man. Look, man, the Lord coming for Esau, man. You don't want Esau more than the Lord does, man.
Right.
Okay, they did unspeakable horrors to Yahushua, man.
Oh
He
yeah.
gonna get his pound. He gonna get his pound of flesh, man. So
Yeah.
don't think you want Esau more than Yahushua, man. He's
Right.
coming for this man. And 2/3 you guys out there that has a false witness against Yahushua, he coming for them too.
Yep.
We in that payday, man. So you got anything else? All right?
Oh man. That's it, man. Aki, man. To you sincere brothers and a few you sisters, man. Stay strong, man. We almost home. We almost home, man. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
And keep faith and keep fighting, man.
Oh yeah.
Keep fighting, man. Yahbashim Yahshua Hashem Rakar Kodash is
Yeah.
coming, man. He's coming. Keep that
Oh
faith.
yeah.
We got to keep that alive. The more these people coming at this truth, the more that we know that we got the truth, man. Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.